Scotland, that we recognise the principles for professional learning in our events, and to ensure all the spaces we reflect and learn within reflect these principles. So just to kind of acknowledge these are the kind of things we're hoping to achieve today. Now, I'd like to pass you to our Strategic Director, David Gregory, who is the Strategic Director for Lifelong Learning and the Director in Education Scotland, who will give some opening remarks before the launch today. Just pass to yourself, Dave, if that's all right.
Thank you very much indeed, Jamie. And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the introduction to the Education Scotland Youth Voice Toolkit. Before I say anything else, I've been told to be brief, and I will be, but I would really like to thank Julie and Jamie for their outstanding work on this. And as you will see, they've developed a usable, practical, and extremely helpful toolkit for everyone in classrooms, settings, and communities across the country. And I'd like to think that we could start to use this as something that's a Scottish way of doing pupil voice. Why have we developed the toolkit? Well, it's not just about the UNCRC. It's also about it's about the simple importance of children, young people, and learners having a say in their lives.
Importance of working in a genuine way with children and young people. His message to every young person is that their voice, leadership, and ideas matter. So let's work together to support youth-led solutions to build a more just, peaceful, and sustainable world from the ground up. And I thought that was a really powerful quote to set the scene for our session today. This Youth Voice Toolkit offers just one example of a youth-led solution that can help us support children and young people to be heard and lead change. So with this in mind at the outset, we wanted to cover the foundational elements and the real building blocks of the Youth Voice Toolkit that we are launching today. This work is grounded within the 7 golden rules of participation that are outlined by the Children's Parliament, and these are designed to help children and young people and help them be involved in decision making as a rights-based framework. You'll see there we've got the UNCRC Article 12 in the middle there, alongside the Lundy Model of Participation, which is a rights-based framework for engaging children and young people in decision-making and encourages us to think about the space, the voice, the audience and the influence as conditions that all need to be present to uphold rights-based participation with children and young people. He takes us through a live demonstration. The Youth Voice Toolkit is made up of the 3 parts you see on your screen. First is the implementation guidance for schools, community settings and local authorities, and this sets out the importance of agreeing leadership support, then creating a Youth Voice Charter, utilising the Empowering Youth Voice Resource Pack and taking action. The second part of the toolkit you'll see in the middle here is the Empowering Youth Voices Resource Pack, which is a downloadable PowerPoint resource to support the peer research process. And thirdly, we have a section for supporting materials, including an additional presentation for sharing with staff, as along with frequently asked questions, a quick start guide and additional reading and resources.
These resources, we've got parts that kind of link what this resource is. We've got kind of key labels here for who it's for. So some of the slides are for practitioners to refer to before delivering this to children and young people. If I jump down a little bit here, you'll see each of these slides have contents. So these are the main contents of our downloadable youth resource. There's elements around about understanding youth voice, understanding about how to make people, children and young people become a team, and so on. I'm just going to delve into a couple of these just now, just to give a bit of a flavour. So this first section here, we talk about understanding youth voice. So we've demonstrated why youth voice is so important. And then again, we refer back to the importance of a youth voice charter. What you'll notice in this visualisation is each of these slides has facilitator notes. Again, clear guidance for practitioners in any setting to deliver this resource so they know what to do, steps to take, who to involve, questions to ask. And the same is true of this one. So this first section here is all about the importance of youth voice and sets the landscape clear for children and young people why youth voice is such an important thing. Moving on slightly, we talk about UNCRC and rights. So there's a whole section here about what rights are and why this is important, and a range of different activities that come with this. So again, you'll notice at the top of each of these sort of slides, it's either mentioned as an activity or practitioner notes, etc. This is to give you, again, a bit of guidance on what's kind of happening here, and then essentially the kind of facilitator notes how to run it. This kind of wee portfolio here is all about Article 12, children's rights in different articles, and you'll see at the top in the kind of middle here, these are discussion activities. So these would be things you would prompt children and young people to discuss and have to give a bit of feedback from what they're saying, helping them understanding what children's rights are.